Dude, I've had a lot of people in my chat lately, okay, talking about they know the dating game, right? I had a lady tell me, and this isn't Megan Fox, by the way, is a different lady, telling me that if I wanted to meet women, dating apps are the devil, and if I wanted to meet women, I should go to the library.
That's stupid.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous. I've never been on a dating app, never signed up for a dating app. I granted I'm in a high density area, but also I'm a loudmouth. You know, you've been out with me. I talk to everybody and fucking if I like somebody, I'll ask them out. That's it. If I don't, I don't. You know?
Yeah. And like I feel like the only person you would meet at a library would be like an old lady. Like a really old lady.
Who the fuck? Somebody who can't afford internet at their own home. That's the only person you're going to meet in a. Who the fuck goes to the library? Or just old people and fucking bums to use the bathroom.
Yeah. Do you think that times have changed?
Who told you to go to a library?
It was actually a lady that's like a 2 years younger than me, and she
all the hot chicks are hanging out at the library.
She believes that like social media and dating apps and all that's like the devil sent it here to like ruin society. So she strays away from all of it. And I was just joking about dating apps and like meeting girls and Tinder and whatnot. And she was like, "You really should."
I'm not interested in any girl on any dating app. It's like you're literally get ordered like a pizza every day of the week by fucking different dudes. Like someone just swipes on you and like you show up. Get the fuck out.
And like, dude, she was telling me, and I'm like, although I agree that dating apps are kind of trash, the times have changed because we were on a different subject of like children. And she was talking about how she would never let her child have social media ever until she's out of the house. And I'm like, I feel like that would create actually a higher need in that child, like, and maybe resentment, and maybe small doses of something starting at the teenage years will actually, because what wouldn't you rather them learn a hard lesson at 16 with no chance of interaction with a person, or learn the lesson at 18 from them flying to California? That's the scary part for me. So like, what do you think? Because they said, these things are rotting people. Social media is rotting children's brains. And I'm like, well, in 1910, they told little Timmy to stop listening to the radio so much because it's rotting his brain. Right. Stop watching TV so much in the 40s, rotting your brain. Stop playing
comic book.
Comic books. Right. Comic books. And I'm like, these are just times.
Yeah, but they were wrong. This one's really fucking. This one compared to a radio is pretty but I feel like it's within. There is just hardcore at any kid's fingertips at any moment. Yeah, just people like you're on. We laugh at this stuff, but there's like guys being like, "Oh, this guy's banging my wife," and I'm watching. It's like 10-year-olds can access this as well as I can, and they're watching, and they're like, "Oh, this is what grown-ups are doing." It's like, no, this is what weird grown-ups are doing. But there's so many weird ones posting it that you're probably like, "Oh, this must be normal." Like, fucking, this is what grown-ups like. No, you're getting a jaded look at the world if you're growing up on social media and not in the real world. Like, I don't know. I like anybody I meet on social media. I like to actually meet in the real world. Like, I've met you multiple times, Nick, Anna, fucking Flash, and anybody like I'm kind of friends with online, Ethan. I make sure I go meet them. Like, I like to I'm older though. So it's like fucking, that's how I am. It's like, I don't like having like these weird, oh, I just know this guy online. It's like, no, I fucking know this guy. Like, we hung out, we broke bread, we drank, we fucking,
Do you think there'd be do you think there's a negative aspect, or it could be negative ramifications from not letting your teenager have social media until they're like a full grown adult?
No, I would say by sophomore of high school they could start to fucking. But they're going to be on it by the time they're in 6th grade. Let's just be honest. There's no fucking way unless they don't have an iPad and they don't have. They're going to go on it. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're going to find it. And but it's not good. You should monitor them, talk to them, and be like, give them a fucking perspective of what the fuck's going on out there. They're alive, but
that was what my advice was. It's like, I mean, they're going to be on it. let them have small doses and let them understand the dangers of social media instead of them like being resentful, angry, and then when they turn 18, experiencing everything.
Parents are just kind of like, they love it because it's like, it's raising their kids. They're like, oh, the kid's quiet. Like to them, it's like, when we were young, there was no social media. So it was like, Mom, we want to do something today. Let's go to the beach. We want to go to the park. We want to go to the, it's like you had to take them. Now it's like the kids out of sight, out of mind. They're on the room on fucking, whether they're on their iPad fucking for hours. And they're just like kind of relinquishing responsibility of being a parent because it's easier. It's like, oh, they're just fucking around online all day. And it's like, yeah, but like, you got to, like, your kids got to learn like real skills. Get them on a baseball team, basketball team, fucking something, dude, something where they're socializing and getting outside. But I swear to you, man, you go through some fucking, even like the neighborhood where I grew up in New York, it was like kids in the street everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
You could drive through there. There's no kids. You don't see a fucking single kid anywhere. They're all inside. They're all online.
Dude, I remember, and I agree with you when it comes to children. I'm speaking more towards like if you're a teenager, whatever. Like, but if you're like a small child, of course not, absolutely not. But dude, that reminds me, dude. I lived in a trailer park. We all know this, and I would get on my goofy ass bike. And you would ride, and every day
the bike was the best thing.
I would
bike
see this kid. I'd see this kid. I'd see the neighborhood bully, and I'd fucking go the other way.
You knew how to take that bike apart and fix it, and fix the chain, and change the flats, and do everything because that was your lifeline. That shit broke, and you knew how to put a fucking patch on the fucking tube. You knew how to do that shit at a really early age. How to take that shit apart because you were fucking dead in the water without a bicycle.
Yeah, and dude, like that's how I met all my friends was riding down my goofy road, and I would meet we'd go in his house and play like some random like Sega Genesis game or something, and we do all these things. And dude, a great example of this. Before I tell this example, Neanderthal, real quick, with a giant pink boy, my man, I love you, I appreciate you, dude's like the top dog of the last freaking month. Thank you so much that's the third pink boy of the night. We are officially 230 from Naked Snake, over halfway. I appreciate you.
Somebody wants to know if you had a Huffy.
Oh yeah, I had a Huffy at one point, and I had the goofy ass back pegs on it, like grinding pegs, and a friend would just stand on it when I drive them. But
you really were from a trailer park. I had a red line.
A red line? I don't even remember what that was. But
that's the shit, man.
Oh yes, yeah, Huffy. I bought it at Walmart. No, so I remember when Walmart started having the pegs on the freaking box. So I remember, dude, being 12, 13, 11, whatever. And I remember going trick-or-treating in my old neighborhood. And I remember there was kids like shoulder to shoulder, like in costumes going to houses and their parents, cars driving down the road. Like, dude, there was hundreds of kids in this tiny neighborhood just going to house. And all your friends were with you and you're all like freaking 10, 11 years old. And then you go back to the one of the kids' house and you're watching like Freddy Krueger movie and eating your candy and freaking passing out and shit. And every year, I'm 33 now. Every year I go to fucking Kroger and I'll get that giant bag of assorted candy. And it has been probably 2 years, and this is in my new house, which is even a bigger, like, not nicer neighborhood. And I've not got a kid in 2 years come to my door.
This is crazy. The neighborhood I'm living in right now, it's a little bit upscale. It's pretty upscale, but I'm just renting a small house there. I have a small house there, and I'm gonna get the fuck out pretty soon. So there's like a lot of fucking activities. There's ball fields everywhere. There's golf. There's a lot of country clubs. There's fucking a yacht club down the block. Kids are sailing. Like, it's one of these weird neighborhoods that when people ask me where I live, I'm like, I live in 1950. Like, kids are out on bicycles here. But as soon as you go like 10 miles over into like Brooklyn, Queens, it's fucking dead. There's no kids out. Like, it's fucking weird. But around here, there's like a lot of kids sailors. There's a lot of kids on, like, there's just, it's weird. And Halloween around here is like a fucking absolutely holy day. People get decked out. The streets look like a fucking Hallmark commercial. There's so many kids. It's almost ridiculous. I filmed it one year. I was like, this is insane. It's pretty crazy.
It is wild, dude.
But then I don't want to be the weird guy walking around the street filming children.
That is true. Armagard says Cecil is a high value male. Agreed.